Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music and EmpireMusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm here today with a really special Taylor guitar. We're an online preferred Taylor dealer, one of only a few, and that lets us bring you super cool guitars. It's our 20th anniversary, so we worked together with Taylor to bring you a couple amazing instruments, like this amazing Taylor 452 CER 12 fret, limited edition for the Empire Music 20th anniversary. We have a great tradition with Taylor guitars. We have represented them for a really long time. My whole existence here at Empire with Taylor, and then before that at my family's business. So we go back a long ways, and what's cool about this anniversary was it gave us an opportunity to bring you some unique stuff. A 12 fret, 12 string is something that I love that Taylor makes, but for some unknown reason, they don't make a spruce and rosewood combination. So we brought you a limited edition. You can see it right at EmpireMusic.com. You know we do full factory setups on everything we sell. So it's not just an inspection, a full setup to make sure it's exactly at Taylor specs before we send it to you. You can see the photos of all the guitars there. You can chat with us, figure out all the great ways we can take care of you. This guitar is probably one of the most favorite guitars I've ever done with Taylor because it is absolutely needed and it turned out awesome. It's a grand concert, so it's Taylor's smallest full-size body. It's a short scale, 12 fret, 12 string. So, you know, Taylor started to bring out this design throughout its line, and it's extremely popular. And they've done spruce rosewood guitars before in the line, but they aren't now for some reason. I'm not so sure. But we went to them, and here it is. Sitka spruce top with V-class bracing, East Indian rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, ebony fingerboard bridge, the expression system 2, beautiful rosewood headstock overlay. It's the same spec as like a 412 CER 12 fret, but with 12 strings, so that makes it the 452. What's really great about these guitars is a handful of things. First, Taylor guitar, more than anything, is known about how easy it plays. And if you're buying a 12 string guitar, you have to buy a Taylor guitar. They dominate the market in 12 strings for a reason. It's just, you're not gonna find an easier playing instrument. The body shape is so comfortable, so when you're holding it, typically I feel like, you know, at least when I was growing up, you get a 12 string, it was this massive guitar. You were holding this enormous jumbo, and it was always uncomfortable. The strings were high. Here, this guitar is compact, it's close to you, but it still has tons of output and a lot of character, tons of overtones. It's just really an impressive instrument. Spruce and rosewood is such a popular combination because it gives us the top end sparkle that we like. It gives us a big punchy bottom end. The mids are compressed, but what's cool about V-class bracing is it evens the guitar out so we don't have too much jangle up top. We have plenty of bass, even though we have a small body guitar, and the mids are still really heard. It's really fun to play. This is my first time getting my hands on it. The guitars just came in a couple days ago, and it's just like immediately impressive. Something that I think you'll find when you touch the guitar, and the first thing you notice when you hold this instrument, is the 12 fret design. 12 fret means the neck and the body meet here at the 12th fret, not at the 14th fret. So most of your acoustic guitars are going to be 14 fret designs. So two things occur with 12 fret. First, the first fret's closer to us. And on a 12 string, this is even more important because we're in better position to play that pesky F bar chord, you know, something a little bit hard to do. It's not stretched out. If it was in a 14 fret design, the first fret would be farther down here, a little bit more of a stretch, right? Also, it slides the bridge back. So now the bridge is farther back from the sound hole, which gives us a little bit more bottom end, which is great because on a small body, sometimes we yearn for a little bit more bass. So this delivers all of it. What you'll know if you watch our videos is I always do dynamic range and I do the mids. On this instrument, I'm gonna do the dynamic range. First, the mids, you know, like it's a 12 string, the guitar's just pouring with mids. So I'm not gonna spend as much time on that, but I really wanna show the dynamic range off because what's great about this guitar is, like all Taylor's, hyper defined, super articulate. So we can pick through it and get these gorgeous like choir-like sounds. But with a small guitar, you don't think you can open it up and ask it to do more. And this guitar is really just surprising. The tone just rips out of it. So let's go through light to heavy and see what you think. These have incredible sustain. I could let that ring for much longer. It's really, really impressive. The guitar is beautiful sounding. I mean, it's not a word that we often describe guitars as. This is just beautiful. When you're picking through it, it's just gorgeous. I mean, very, very cerebral sounding. The guitar just sounds so smart because as you play and dig into it, it gives you more. When you're plucking lightly, it just gives you this really pleasant, beautiful tone, but it responds to you in a much better way than I feel like most or all 12 strings do. 12 strings are often clunky instruments, I feel like. Here, the guitar sounds dialed in. It's not out of tune with itself. It, again, plays really easily. There's good string spacing. But I just think more than anything, the articulation and the dynamics of the instrument are incredible, regardless of your attack. You can play this light, but hopefully, as you heard, when I was attacking the guitar with a heavier pick, it really opens up and it blossoms. Now, obviously, if you like to bludgeon a guitar, you're like a really heavy player, you're gonna wanna go with the bigger instrument. There's no doubt about that, right? But for most of us who top out at medium heavy strumming, but mostly are light, medium strummers, you get something like this, you wanna play and sing, it's just gorgeous. It'll fill a room. It's just really, really impressive at how it almost provides a 3D sound. It just feels amazing strumming the guitar and hearing the tones come out of it so easily. The middle of the instrument I'm going to show you because we do it all the time, that with a 12 string you obviously have the octave strings, so you're going to hear that, but what I want you to maybe focus on, because it's something that I immediately noticed, is how clean and how defined the tones are. Because to me, where guitars, I talk about this in almost every video, guitars lose their way when they start to sound all jumbled, right? It's just a lot of noise coming at us, and that's something that could easily be done on a 12 string, and you'll hear how just beautiful and clean sounding this is. Super balanced, but I kind of got to stray there because the bottom end is very fat for a small guitar. It's in context, obviously, it's not overwhelming, but it gives you this really full presence. But again, the middle of the guitar just breathes effortlessly. It just sings and it doesn't lose its way. It's really heard, and the octave notes just sing out over top of the standard strings. It's just fantastic experience. We're really, really proud of this guitar. I mean, we worked with Taylor for a long time to try to get something like this done, especially with all the the COVID hardships that the brands have had. So I would love for you to get one of only the 10. We only did 10. 452ce-R, 12 fret, 12 strings, limited edition Empire Music 20th anniversary guitar. It's a Sitka spruce top, East Indian rosewood back and sides. It's a 12 string. If you don't have one, you've been pining to get one, this should be in your collection. It would be the star of anyone's collection if you're looking to add a 12 string. So it's a really fantastic instrument. Check out empiremusic.com. You can chat with us through the site. You can call us 412-343-5299. You can call or text me directly, 412-915-7118. The photos of each guitar are listed on the site. We will make sure it is dialed in and ready to play when you receive it. And just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'd be super awesome. Help us celebrate our 20th anniversary with the Taylor 452ce-R. 12 fret, 12 string, limited edition for Empire's 20th anniversary. Thanks so much for watching.